Hope you're ready. Round one. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Perfect air to air. Throws them down. Goes for the surprise rush in. Backs them into the corner. Lots of aggression from both sides. Knockdown. Long low attack hit. Goes to the overdrive. The jump in catches them. Life lead opens up. Player one opts for the throw to close it out. Player one may have taken the first round, but you can be sure that there will be adjustments on both sides.
Round two. Fight!
What'll happen this round? The throw hits, now the fun begins. Tries to bait him with the projectile. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Knockdown. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Okay, they trade hits. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Can't tech the throw, takes a trip. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Lots of life to play with, and full SA meters. What will they do? Knockdown and... burnout activates. Gets the knockdown, and now, side switch in the corner. A quick breather. A super art? Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Player one needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Both fighters are just about done. Big meter gap here. The kick hits! Player one is feeling it. Match point.
Round three. Fight!
Brushes that off and keeps going. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return.
Elena connects with Song of the Grasslands. We're gonna see her bend it like no one else can.
Player one has the life lead. Can they use it? They're backed up into the corner. Connects with medium kick. They're going for the super art. Jump. Barely blocks the jump in. Knockdown and... jumps up. Sonic boom. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here.
Sneaky Moonglider axe kick.
Manages to block the jump in attack. Baits out the low kick. Jump. Side switch, gotta do better than that. It's a good spot to use the super. What now?
Totsugeki to the face.
No lapse in judgment goes unpunished.
Elena!
Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round one.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Gets the jump in. Gets the jump in. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. What are they thinking here? Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Both sides have full drive and plenty of health. Let's see how things open up. Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. Uses the drive rush here to steal. Hold your breath. Hey-ho. Player two wins the first round, but they'll need to stick to their game plan in order to win.
Round two. Fight!
Impact's a no-go. Beginning of the round. What will our fighters do? With this super art connect, parries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up? Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player one has the super meter lead, and may want to try to press the attack. The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Player two can't let their drive lead. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Grabs them. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round on Super Art. Who will capitalize on an opening first? KO! Player 2 is feeling it. Match point.
Fight. Round 3. Fight.
Oh, says no to charges forward. They were right to be on guard there. Neither of them willing to back off here. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. What's the next move? Gets the jump in. Upping the pressure with these baby booms. Checks him with the boom. Lands the back throw. Time to go to work. One mistake here is all that's needed to finish the round. Smart play with the throw. Throws him. What'll happen here? And eats it. Sonic Blade to fish for a reaction. Oh, yo! Raw super hit in there! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to win with a blow-up here? That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Coming through. Still slugging it out here. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Goes for the super art. All right, what's coming up next? Will that drive impact get punished? Checks him with the projectile. Takes a trip. Player 1 chases him down. Throws him. What's next?
Spinning side hits!
Knockdown and... They may need to spend some meter here in order to close out this...
Just goes for it at this range. Revival dance is making him sweat!
Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 1 must feel very confident going into the later rounds after that win.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start the round. Goes for the super art. The low kick connects. Goes to the overdrive. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Both fighters have no meter. Who's going to make the first move? The super armor does its job. Player 2 chases them down. All right, what's coming up next? The attack is parried. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Picks up the win with the projectile. Good read. Both fighters have claimed a round each. Who will get to match point first?
Round 3. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start the round. What are both fighters plotting? Goes for the surprise rush in. Neither of them willing to back off here. Denies the low heavy. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player 2 is in a tight spot right now. Sticks the combo. Going in. Life lead opens up. Digs in deep to get that driving back. Both fighters planning something. Barely blocks the jump, experiencing burnout. In there! Player 1 is one win away from winning this fight. Can they hang on?
Round 4. Fight.
They were expecting that drive impact. Going on the offensive? Neither of them willing to back off here. Creates an opening with a burnout triggered. A quick breather. Player 1 has an empty drive lead. This is a very precarious situation. They're backed up into the corner. Drive rush to keep it going. Smart play with the throw.
Just goes for it at this range.
Sonic boom. Good decision with that throw. A real test of nerves here. Upping the pressure with these baby booms. In there. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. The jump in catches them. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player 1 has the life lead. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. All right, what's coming up next? They get driven into the wall, breaking their guard.
The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage.
Will this super art connect? That's not gonna hit. Sonic Hook KO. Player 2 wins the first round, but they'll need to stick to their game plan in order to win.
Round 2. Fight.
That drive impact is blocked. The impact gets blocked. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Solid combo. Takes a trip. Goes for the drive rush there. Blocks the low heavy. Somersault kick. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. All right, what's coming up next? Risky up-close scratch goes solid puncher.
Expect to see some added pressure here.
On for the critical art. A clean KO. Nice meter away.
And go!
In there. It's tied at 1-1. Will we see our fighters kick it into high gear?
Round 3. Fight.
Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Goes for the super art? This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit.
Elena's putting those educated feet to good use.
Knockdown and they gotta pull the trigger on their drive. Very solid corner switch. Gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whiff punishing. Player 1 is one win away from winning this fight. Can they hang on? Dashes up. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Will this super art connect? Goes for the super art?
The sky's the limit with meteor volley.
Will that super be the turning point?
Elena's putting those educated feet to good use.
Springs forward with the drive rush. Both fighters trying to hit them with a stopping bomb.
Hot girls putting the moves on.
Sonic boom.
All in with a rush.
Sonic prepares the impact. Not letting that go unpunished.
This is the kind of beat you won't want to step.
What a finish! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.